So with that, it's my pleasure to welcome the Premier of Saskatchewan, Scott Moe, who is here today to bring greetings on behalf of the province. Mr. Premier.
It's a different introduction than I normally get. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, O&T Farms and Elite Processing for sponsoring this morning's breakfast. Bungie, the sponsor of the show, and so many others that are participating in Canada's Farm Show here today. To all the organizers that are involved in ensuring this show goes on and is a great success, it is, and of course all the attendees of the show as well, which essentially represents in some way, shape, or form the vast agriculture industry that we have in this province, which is a global leading agriculture industry for sure. And Canada's Farm Show shines a light on that Saskatchewan, Western Canadian, and the Canadian ag industry more generally. And I'd say that it's shows like this that strengthen our reputation as a global leader, not only in agricultural production, but in value-added agriculture and the production of ingredients and ultimately providing that food security around the world, because we have, and I say this many times, what the world needs in the food, the fuel, and the fertilizer that global citizens need, and that's more evident in times of uncertainty like we have today than it has ever been before. And we've been around the world engaging alongside our federal government in numerous countries. Just even this calendar year, we were in China, and we were fortunate to have the agricultural tariffs removed from products like canola and pulses, and we're seeing that volume start to increase into that country. We're also in India engaging not only on a long-term uranium supply deal between Cameco and the country of India, something that we've been working on since the last one came to the end of its time frame in 2020. I actually started working on this new deal in 2018, and we're pleased to see that signed and making steps with respect to the tariffs that we have on pulse crops in that country as well. And that engagement is important, whether it's through our 9 international trade offices or whether it's through actual missions of which we attend. And in this particular time, we're fortunate to attend with a Prime Minister and a delegation that is interested in signing trade agreements in those countries, and those 2 countries represent 2 of 3 of the largest markets in the world. That third market is the United States of America, which is very much a different engagement strategy and a different engagement pattern on Canada's behalf as well as on Saskatchewan's behalf, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to come to a point in time this summer with the renegotiation of our CUSMA deal that we will continue to have free and fair access to the American market in the years ahead as well. But it's all of these stories that really originate at the farm gate and originate at shows like this. And there's something quite special happening in our province today that I just want to comment on. And we were with the Mayor Baczynski, yesterday right here in Regina, announcing a $12 billion data center with Bell Canada. It's a build-out of their AI fabric. It's going to be a 300-megawatt data center. It'll be the largest one in the nation of Canada and among one of the largest ones on Earth as well. And that really signifies where we are in this province. That represented 60 projects with over $62 billion of investment. Investment and industries from around the world are taking notice of what we're doing here in Saskatchewan, and they're making their investments right here in this province because we have affordable utilities, we have a workable business environment, and I would say that we have some of the most innovative people that have the ability to add value to these industries and have proven to be able to add value to these industries literally for decades and over a century now, and nowhere is that more evident than in the industry of agriculture. That investment, 60 projects, over $62 billion of investment, that's not the end of the line. Just this morning, we saw BASF come out with another $27 million investment into their research facility here in the province, specific to advancing their canola breeding program, a crop that is very important to the economy of Saskatchewan and very important to the bottom line of each and every farm gate, and I would say very important to this show as well. And so we see that investment continuing on top of the doubling of capacity of the Richardson canola crush plant in Yorkton, which is the largest canola crush plant in the world. We see Louis Dreyfus building a pulse plant, expanding their their canola crush plant in Yorkton as well. We will see this spring the Cargill canola crush plant opening right here closer to Regina. So an exciting time in our province. And let me say, I would say that this is a time, that 60 projects, 61 as of this morning, representing over $62 billion, is unlike a time that we've seen in this province's history. And it's unlike anything you see happening in any other province across Canada today as well. And you can be very proud of that, because at the very core of that investment attraction, at the very core of that success that we are having and will have for decades as a province, is agriculture. The ag industry in its entirety, whether it be primary production, whether it be that value add or that ingredients manufacturing, whether it be all of the local manufacturing that we see that is bringing innovation into our production practices, whether it be the research investments that we saw with BASF's $27 million announcement this morning. It's your stories that then we have the opportunity to tell when we are in the 160 markets that we sell products to around the world. It's Saskatchewan's agricultural story, and each and every one of you make up a significant part of that. Your hard work and dedication, and I would say the innovation that Saskatchewan people bring to this conversation, the experience that Saskatchewan families bring to this conversation, are the very foundation of our provincial and our national reputation as a global leader in agriculture. So thanks to you, our province has achieved a record in crop production last year. We had 42 million metric tons. A lot of that didn't come out of our area, as we actually had a dry area in the north, or drier than normal, but we were quite taken aback by the production that we actually had on the very low, level of water that fell from the sky last year. And I think that's a testament to the genetics, the agronomics, the research that is happening, the manufacturing innovation that we are able to use today. We were up 14% in our provincial crop production last year. So you as producers, manufacturers, innovators, researchers, you are doing your job by producing a lot of top quality, high quality food. And then we in turn are working alongside you to ensure that those markets are open around the world. Our government's job is to support you, support this industry, and support Saskatchewan families to help grow those export markets and ensure that we have that market access. That's why we're doing the trade missions that we do, and that's why we're representing and telling your story around the world. So to all of those in attendance today, in whatever capacity that might be, to Canada's Farm Show, I wish you a great show. And I say thank you on behalf of a very grateful province for everything that you bring to this most wonderful, world-leading, global-leading industry each and every day. Thank you for what you do each and every day in the ag industry. Have a great show.